What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of What's Happening on Poppet's Corner Razor Radio. I'm gonna put the banner real quick. Hold on one sec while I do this thing. There you go. Um, Emily, how you been?
I've been good. How have you been?
I'm good. I'm just obviously from you, what you guys can kind of tell. I'm just you know super busy, so I'm trying to make sure that all my ducks in a row are in a row for tonight. And it's very last minute what we're doing, but I'm super excited to be a part of it. Why don't you tell everybody what's kind of going on tonight for for this week's episode?
All right, well, tonight we're going to talk about our top six non Bay Area thrash bands. No Bay Area, anything else but Bay Area thrash bands. And that's
Well,
what we're going to talk about.
yeah, we're going to talk about thrash albums, not bands.
Sorry. Well, they're bands, but you know what I mean.
Um, but my thing, and this has to go with anything associated with Bay Area. So I'm not talking no metal churches, no Metallicas, no Slayers. I don't want to hear any of this shit from you guys out there saying where the fuck is this and this. They're not technically from. It's like I get it, but fuck off because they're associated with the Bay Area, and we will do a Bay Area episode. I promise, guys. So with that in
Wait,
mind.
wait, wait. You forgot. You made a certain rule last night. No Megadeth either.
Well, yeah, but they're associated with the Bay Area. Again,
That's what I'm saying. You
any of the
didn't. You
bands.
didn't. You didn't put him in the name right now when you're
All right.
naming all the
Okay,
bands. I
whatever.
gotta call you out because I was like, "Fuck, Megadeth, really? Damn it!"
Yeah, well, that. Hey, if you want to put that in, save it for the Bay Area
Oh,
episode.
I was gonna say it's too late. I already picked my six.
But before we get started, I just want to give a shout out and say thank you to my man Josh for making this for me. It's like an etched what do you call it, on like a piece of tile of my favorite picture that was taken so kindly by Liz Gore. So I want to give a shout out. And this thing's fucking cool. So if anybody wants one, hit it up. So there you go.
I think you should have him make like 100 of those and then retile your whole bathroom. It would be perfect.
But then I'd be stepping on all over me.
Yeah, pretty much.
All righty. Emily, do you want me to start or do you want to go first?
Well, I always start, so I think it's your turn to start off the show.
All right. Okay. Well, let's see. We're going to go to Chicago for this first one. Um, one of the most underrated female vocalists ever, one of the most underrated rhythm guitar players and soloists ever, Greg Fulton, or Ian Tafoya as he's known on this particular record. But this is Snow White, and this is Act of God. And holy shit, what a masterpiece. 9 tracks. There's the ending track, Something Wicked, as a 9 minute long song. They are from Chicago, so they don't get as much love as what I think they should. But if you want a rhythm player, there's no better than there's what Hetfield, Scott Ian, and then Mr. Ian Tafoya. So not a fan of the artwork. I don't know what it's supposed to represent. It's like somebody looks like somebody's grandma in a like a bathrobe on a beach holding an 8 ball. I don't know what it's supposed to represent, but the album is fucking killer. So if you can go find this thing, I definitely recommend picking it up. But this is Snow White with Act of God.
Well, haven't we learned with like covers, the cheesier the better? And that's how you know the record's really good.
Absolutely. And we should also mention too, this is strictly 80s that we
Okay, cool. I was
decided on
gonna say
tonight.
that. I was like, I only picked 80s records. That's what I was gonna tell you next. I was like, never seen that record in my life because it looks so like 90s ish for me. I'm like,
No,
fuck, I picked all 80s, man.
I think this is 89 if I'm not mistaken. But it's phenomenal. I mean, they say don't judge a book by its cover, and this is definitely the case.
Right? So is that like 9 minute song very thrashy? Like pits and everything kind of
You know,
thrashy?
it is, and it's very mid pasty. I don't know how to explain it. You just have to listen to it. But I love Nicole Lee's vocals all over this record. She's killer. So definitely go pick it up. So all right, you're
If
up.
you end up getting like a poster of that for your like Poppet's Corner room, don't be surprised because I'm probably gonna go on a search now to find you that poster. I think it's worth it. All right, you ready for my pick?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, we're gonna take a little trip to New Jersey.
Okay.
We're gonna go with Field of Fire from Overkill. It's their
Right on.
debut record. I feel like this set the bar at that point. Yes, they do have Taking Over. They have Under the Influence. You have Years of Decay. Yes, all fabulous fucking records. But this one for me always took the prize because, dude, this is their first one they put out. They have Rotten to the Core. They have Overkill. They have, dude, they have, well, not on this vinyl, but they have Sonic Reducer. That was one thing I did learn, that Sonic Reducer is not on the cassette or the vinyl. But this was the cool thing about, another reason I like this record is because the first two records was with their first drummer. Well, he was basically like that, like we talked the other day. Like Steve Harris is the original member of Iron Maiden, and Alex Lifeson's the original member of Rush. He was the original member of Overkill, Rats Gates.
Absolutely. Great choice.
You've seen that documentary.
Yeah, it is very it was very interesting. It's kind of long for me. It's kind of like I get kind of tired halfway through it, but it's still a great documentary. I just, if you want to learn about early Overkill, it's definitely a must,
And if you're into cheesy graphics, like the camera zooms.
Yeah, I was cracking up about that when I first saw
like,
it.
what are you doing, dude? But yeah, this is my pick. And I like how cheesy the album cover is, if we're gonna go cheesy.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Yours takes the cake. I mean, it does look like your grandma went to the beach and took a photo with some, yeah.
Like, these are phenomenal records though. Like, I'm just saying, I don't know like what it's supposed to represent. At least with like yours, like, feel the fire. I get it. Like, they're standing in front of fire. They're feeling the fire, So
they're there, and they're in New Jersey. They're probably cold as fuck, so they're feeling that fire.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go with what I consider the Meth Eddie of thrash metal. We're gonna go to Wisconsin. We're gonna go with Morbid Saint, and of course Spectrum of Death. I mean, come on. Do I need to say more?
It does look like a Meth Eddie.
It's just, but again, like super, like just in your face, raw speed metal. I mean, like Demolition Hammer style, but like meets super raw, and then vocals are just slamming in your face, and then the cover. I mean, can you get more thrash in this cover? I don't know. I don't,
I mean, yeah, meth and Eddie go hand in hand, right?
I'm just saying, it's actually a rare record. It's hard to find. This is a repressing from Relapse. They only released 1,000 copies of it for the repress, and that was like 5 years ago. And of course, I had to buy one. It was only like $20. Anyway, now it's probably like 120. So,
probably.
But yeah, it's just ferocious fucking thrash all the way through. Highly recommend it. So there you go. Morbid Saint with Spectrum.
So here's my question. So it's a Relapse press, and a lot of the times when they do pressings, they do beautiful. This is me getting back on the colored vinyl thing. I'm sorry, but they do beautiful, beautiful colored vinyl splatters. All my Death ones, except maybe 2, are beautiful splatters. Is yours like a color or splatter? Is it just boring old black?
I think it's just normal black, because this is 5 years ago, Emily. It's not like with the Death reissues, that was like, a couple years after. This is like, yeah. So it's just straightforward black. So
I just know you like black vinyl, so I thought I'd have to ask.
I don't think they released a colored version of this. I think it was only on black.
I would hope it'd be like the mixture colors of the Meth Eddie all over it, and it's like splattered all over, like he blew his brains out.
But dude, you gotta admit, this is a great record. I'm sure you've heard of this.
Yeah, of course I have.
I mean, but I'm just saying, it's like, again with the covers, right? Like, again with the album covers, it's just, I don't know. I don't get it. So I don't get it. But to each his own.
You ready for my pick?
Absolutely.
So I went with Suicidal Tendencies, How I Laugh Tomorrow. This is their first record going into like the thrash like scene and leaving kind of like the punk like scene back. And this was like the first one they had with like Mike Clark on there. That's
Trujillo on bass. I think Trujillo's on bass on that record, right?
No.
Okay.
This was the only record. This was right before he joined the band. This was 2 years before he joined. He joined in '89. They had, I wrote it down. It's Bob Heathcote.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. But it's then it says, because I make some notes for myself. Then Trujillo joined in 1989, but this was right before him. Fabulous record. Trip of the Brain rules. Pledge Your Allegiance fucking rules. All of it, dude. How Will I Laugh Tomorrow? I like the part where he's like, "You think something's funny? Laugh at this." It's like, oh my god. But yeah, I picked this.
Of course. I'm not gonna argue with any of these picks. They're fucking great.
And I'll tell you, this is a hard find too. This one and Join the Army is like a very hard find. This is their first release with Epic Records at that point.
I think I almost prefer Join the Army just because I love the title track so much. That song rules. But Trip to the Brain, there's nothing wrong with this brain. You know.
I like how it's like, dude, for me, why I picked this record and why I feel like it's so like thrash, it's like because you're at a show and you're like, ST. And that's how they're just doing it for Pledge Your Allegiance, ST. And I could see that totally happening at a thrash show.
Oh, and it does.
I know, well, of course. I've seen it too, but I'm just saying you could see him in the pit going wild. Totally. Like, it's amazing. This was one of my favorites from them.
Classic. Again, all classic. All right, I'm sticking with the obscure just because they don't get a lot of love.
And because you're very obscure, right?
That is true too. We're gonna go to Seattle with this one, or Washington, I should say. I think they're from Seattle. This is Coven with not COVID. This is Coven.
I thought you said I was like COVID. Wow.
No, we're so used to hearing that now. No, this is Coven with Blessed Is the Black. Dude, it's fun fact. It was the cover's rad, dude. I don't know what it's supposed to represent, but
is that a well with its tongue out?
It's supposed to be, I think, like Jesus, and then like the devil is his tongue. Or something.
Dude, for me, I don't know if my eyes are fucking weird, but that looks like there's a well with its tongue out. I don't know.
Well, I guess with like a mustache or whatever it is.
Yeah, it looks a little like weird. You and your weird album covers today, dude.
Well, the reason why I picked this one is just how underrated it is, and it's one of my favorites. It's kind of like one of my go-tos. Fun fact: it's originally a demo, and they just turned it into an album. The record label just turned it into an album, so it's super raw. Great tracks. I got like McDonald Line Massacre, fucking Iron Dick, long as my arm, 5 times as thick. You'll die at the end of my iron dick. Yeah, it's great. I mean, come on.
That's a very cheesy thrash song right there, dude.
Dude, it's the best. So, and then what's also weird is Another Life is a ballad. So you got like 2 opposite ends of the spectrum on the same disc. Anyway, phenomenal record. I definitely recommend picking up Blessed Is the Black from Coven. So there you go.
I heard COVID again. Sorry, dude. So I can't get over that album cover. I don't know if it's as weird as the grandma or if it's. I don't know which one's weirder for me, dude. All right,
I don't know what it is. But
I'm gonna find you that poster, man. You need it. I'll even pay to get it framed, and you can put it on your wall. And then when you do Poppet's Corner, I want to see it in the background. I deserve that.
That would be amazing.
Dude, maybe you can get them on your show and you could like have them break down their career, and then they could be like, yeah, well, that was my grandma and she was at the beach that day.
I really want to ask if I ever do get one of the members on. I would love to ask what is it?
Go for it. Anyway, send them a message right after this. Send them a message. Hey, we just talked about your vinyl. I want you on the show. We're gonna talk about it. There you go, right there.
That'd be amazing. So
my pick is not obscure at all and pretty obvious because I'm a very obvious picker, I would say. I picked Annihilator, Alice in Hell. And since I'm really crazy, this is a repress.
Okay.
And it has like little specks of black. But I always thought this album cover was weird because it's like someone that looks like she's like probably like 18, 20 with all these little dolls. It always weirded me out. And this looks like the little trick or treat guy in the background right there. You know that movie?
Again, I don't know what that album cover is supposed to represent.
It's weird. But I don't know, dude. But this is like their first release. They have Crystal Lynn, they have Alice in Hell. They have fucking Burns Like a Buzzsaw Blade. So many great tracks. This is actually one from Annihilator, because I'm not gonna say all of them you can listen from start to finish, but this is one you can actually listen from start to finish and not be like, what the fuck am I listening to? Oh, it's Canadian thrash metal.
Right. Well, Wicked Mystic is awesome. I love that song.
Dude.
That's from that
Oh,
album.
yeah.
That but wait, so who repressed that? Is that a Roadrunner one?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, I saw that. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's also released in what, 89? Most of our records are like
Yeah, this
89.
one was released. This is the only one I picked that was released in '89.
All right, well, I'm going to go to the same country as you.
Ooh.
And to me this is considered speed metal, so I equivalent it into this category. And nobody's going to argue with me at all with Exciter
Rules.
with a Heavy Metal Maniac. Need I say more? Fun fact too, this is also a demo that they turned into an album. I found that out on an interview where where I heard Dan Bueller talking about it, or the bass player talking about it. Sorry, and yeah, didn't know that's. I mean, but it proves in the sound because it's super raw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the next one they released after this was Violence and Force, was a little bit more produced. You know,
I like that one more.
I like this one a little bit more just because every track fucking rules, dude. So yeah, I mean, is anybody going to argue with this? I don't.
I have no arguments. I'll be like, no
Yeah.
argument. Great record, great band. Canadians are wild. You ready for my pick?
Of course.
We're gonna go back to New York. Well, we went to New Jersey, but we're gonna go a little farther, and we're gonna go to New York, and we're gonna do Spreading the Disease.
I almost picked that one too.
I wanted to do Persistence of Time, but that's 1990. That's why I wrote you. I was like, can we do a 90s one too? Like, well, eventually?
In the future, yes. Yes.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't mean today. I just meant eventually, because that's like probably my favorite Anthrax record, and this is my second one. Because, dude, I just think the album cover rules. And, dude, I actually learned this last night because I did some research. This is the last record that they used songs that Neil Turbin wrote.
Well, minus the Soldiers of Metal EP, right? Did that come out after or before?
I think it came out after, because I was also reading. This is the first record they had Frankie Bello.
Right. I still like for the first record the best. I don't know what it is. It's just I just love the speed metal aspect to Fistful of Metal.
I just love Joey Belladonna's vocals, and I just love that he doesn't age. He looks like he did in the 80s.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. He looks exactly the same hair. But I don't know. My favorite track off of here for me is Lone Justice. Dude, I think he looks the same. Whatever. Maybe it's the glasses I can't see. I don't know. But, dude, this record rules. Lone Justice, Madhouse, Medusa, Gun-Ho, Armed and Dangerous, all fabulous fucking songs.
Medusa, and it came out in 1985. That's a great, dude, that great out. Like I said, I almost picked that one too, but I knew you were going to pick something, and I was like, didn't want to bank on picking the same album. So great choice though.
Yeah, because I'm not obscure enough.
Well, I'm going to go to LA for this pick. Actually, my last two picks are both from LA. And I got to go with Hyrax, the Screaming Egg.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's literally a screaming egg. It's Raging Violence, of course, produced by Bill Matoyer. This is the first Hyrax album, and it's more of a crossover kind of record. Caton has this, I don't know, very unique voice to what thrash metal is, or metal in general, because nobody else to me sounds like him. But dude, I mean, can you really go wrong with that album cover? I don't know.
I mean, I do it. I love Screaming Eggs, so yeah, you can't go wrong with it. If I was gonna have an album cover, I would have an egg screaming.
And it's also, this is from Pusshead, who went on to do all the Metallica stuff. You know,
it looks like there's pus like running through his shell, like it would be like a hard boiled egg, and it's like.
And there's also that's the hype sticker right there. I had to save that. So
is it original or repress?
It's an original. Yeah, it's an original.
How much did that cost you? Arm and a leg?
It was actually a gift from my buddy Tom, and he got John the drummer to actually sign it. I need to get Caton's signature on it when I meet up with him next. But phenomenal record. If you haven't checked out Hyrax, this is where you start, in my opinion. Or
And
you
you're
start
definitely missing out if you haven't checked him out.
absolutely, or you start with Hate, Fear, and Power. So there you go.
Great record, dude. Great pick. You ready for mine? Oh, right. We're gonna do another one that's
I knew it.
I had to.
It's classic.
This is, and dude, look at, like we were talking last time, that like epic like collage of we're partying and we're in the 80s, we're getting drunk. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. This record's everything to me. Hang the Pope, Brain Dead, Stranded in Hell, Betrayal, Vengeance. All great songs. This is a must-have. If you don't have this in your vinyl collection, you're fucking up. You are fucking up.
I will say this though, Nuclear Assault records are really hard to find.
I got two. I got this one, and there are many EP. I can't think of the name off my brain. I can't think of it right now.
Is that the one with Buttfuck? Oh yeah, oh, yeah. It's a great song.
That's right here.
Is it the play? Yeah. It's got You Figure It Out, aka Buttfuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this could have easily been one of the choices, but I felt like this was the choice for me. Game over, man.
Can't go wrong. If I had Handle with Care, I probably would have chose that, but I love those two albums for sure.
And you probably are like, oh, Emily's gonna pick it, so I'm not picking it.
Well, again, I don't own any because they're hard to find.
I got this one for $25.
Right.
And I got this one, I think, for like $20.
Okay, well there you go. Again, they're hard to find for me. So
Discogs, baby.
I will. I'm gonna have to search for a couple of them.
Well, actually, I got this one at Glass House Records, but and that was like 6 years ago.
So this is my last pick, obviously. They didn't get the LA Caffeine Machine for no reason. And this is Dark Angel. With
dude, I was gonna buy that like the other day and I got it. I was this close, but I was like, it doesn't come on purple.
With Darkness Descends. Yeah, this is the purple edition. There, this is a repress. I could have picked Leave Scars. I just don't own it. But
that's the hell of a pick right there.
I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the Dark Angel albums, in my opinion. I know there are people that like to give me shit for liking Time Does Not Heal, but that's record rules too, and I don't see anything wrong with any of the three.
I think this is the least cheesiest cover out of the three records you have.
Yeah, well, the second one is kind of creepy for me with the little girl praying in bed, and there's like it's clearly like a predator type thing. It's just again. But
well, like I said, this is the least weirdest one out of all of them.
Okay, there you go. But I really love the cover on this. I really love all the songs. Really love that this is, obviously Gene Hoglan's first album with the band. They re-record Merciless Death, which I think is 100 times better on this actual album than We Have Arrived. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. So if you haven't checked this out, highly recommend it. Dark Angel, Darkness Remains.
If you haven't checked it out, you're missing out, because that was one of the first records when I got into thrash. Like in my high school, like junior high school years, like super got into thrash. Not I like Metallica and Megadeth shit. Like that, they were sick. Gene Hoglan, the Atomic Clock, everything, dude. Everything about them was great for me.
And there's only 7 tracks on the album. Back in the day, that was kind of uncommon.
True. What do you think my last pick is? I want to see if you can guess it.
Oh, I have no idea. You picked all the ones I knew you were gonna, all the bands you were gonna.
But this one, should be completely obvious too. Come on, I'm a very obvious person with my vinyls. Come on.
That is not true all the time. You know this. Just like I don't have signatures all the time on my albums. So
I'm gonna try to get on your level and get all these signatures. So then I'll be like, hey guys, look, I got Toxic signature.
Damn it! I was looking for Think This. But that's
a hard one. I would have picked that one. I don't have it on well, I don't collect CDs. I'm not you. But not saying anything bad. I get scared of getting them messed up. I don't know why.
Well, I gave my copy of Think This to Mark. Mark Rivas has Think This on vinyl.
Dude,
No, it
think
doesn't. I
this
can borrow
is
it at
the
any
hardest
time.
one to get.
I
This
can borrow it at any time, so it's not that big a deal. But why World Circus?
because I don't have to think this.
Well, let's talk
But
about
I
some.
had to keep Toxic in this circle because they fucking rule. Dude,
Well,
for them, they were just so weird for me, but they rule, like, how, like, the intro into the whole fucking record, like, Heart Attack, the beginning of it's weird. Dude, I don't know. They always had, like, this weird intro going into their songs for me.
I think their songwriting really rose though with Think This, with that adding the second guitar player, and um, I mean the obviously Charles is a much different kind of singer than Mike is,
Oh, yeah.
and but you know what's crazy? I like Mike now more than I do Charles. It like flip flop because I liked him in the '80s more, and then when Mike, I mean Mike still has his voice all the way through, in my opinion. I just love his. You know what I mean? He can still deliver more. Not saying Charles can't. It's just you can tell it's not the same
Yeah,
sort of thing.
it makes sense. I mean, like I said, I would have picked Think This, but I have World Circus, and I just, for me, like, I went more for bands compared to records, I guess. I mean, some of them I did have reasons for why I picked them for the records, but for me, like, I just wanted this band in my pick, and I had World Circus, so I picked this one.
And
Even
Door to
though it has
Hell.
a different singer, I know it has a different singer.
Right.
That I know.
Well, Door to Hell is one of the all-time greats for the
Yeah,
Toxic catalog. That song rules.
I agree, dude.
The
I
weird,
like a
super
whole,
weird
like,
riff.
Social Overload's really cool. Pain and Misery is really cool. All, like, this is not a bad record. I never say I'm
Oh,
not saying
I
that.
don't
This
think
is a great record.
I don't think the first two are bad at all. I think
I just wish
those
I
two
could get
you
Think
can.
This so I could have it in the collection with Toxic with World Circus.
Well, there you go. Well, guys, that's going to do it for us here on today's episode. Emily, thanks so much for always joining, and I always look forward to doing these. And don't worry, guys, we will have a Bay Area episode, so you guys can stop shitting your pants.
I'm still shitting my pants over it.
So we will do a Bay Area episode, or bands associated with the Bay Area can be included as well. So for another episode of What's Happening, I'm Tanner Poppet.
All
Miss
right.
DJ Mermaid, Miss Emily, thank you very much.
Anytime.